time for a tick. Right now, I'm right now. This the way we ball. Free break gun. Hey, ride with a boys on skate. Cranberry rave.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down. Ready. Yo, we're waiting.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And incomplete to open things up. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Brees will try again on 2nd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, add that play to his resume reel, because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
On the ground with their leading rusher from a season ago is Alex Collins. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it, Brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. As his guys are in for 6. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes from the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic. But usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Willie Henry in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw is Breeze. Alluding to pressure. And he's going to go down again. Terrell Suggs in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara, and they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They go play action with Jackson. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over. Detroit.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Ken Crawley. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
That's what I was thinking.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara able to fight through one tackle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. muscles him off. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, and it's third down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback who's going to his left. A little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively. And it'll be fourth down. And Lutz's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a second down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. Here's Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Stepping up, he's good. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Flushed out right. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Time to step aside. We're back to Baltimore after this. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Sheldon Rankins able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And they work this out past the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing. And
they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Play action now. Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Bridgewater now. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
throw on first down with Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch it now, Barney!
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And oh, it's blocked. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Willie Henry. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Open space inside the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side, because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Kamara. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Bridgewater on first down. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 2nd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Again, this is Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Bridgewater. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And this is caught. at the 8. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down, Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. They're going to try and run. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Raymond now on the return. Gets around him. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Detroit! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Detroit!
Play action. It's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Andrews. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because he had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
First down, Bridgewater. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again. Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Terrell Suggs in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints get a bit closer. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really... And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 50 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people are thinking about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Yeah, he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Going deep for Moncrief. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Kamara now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Delta.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Get wide now. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Bridgewater now from the 50. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Running with Kamara. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep, and he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are.
And got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jackson from the shotgun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Kamara now to return. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing is Bridgewater. His throw caught right around the 6. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.